Cool. 75, sort colors. Given an array of n objects colored red, white, or blue, sort them in place so that the objects of the same color adjacent with the colors in the order red, white, and blue. Here we will use the integers 0, 1, and 2 to represent the color red, white, and blue respectively. You are not supposed to use the sort function. Okay. A rather straight, I was just going to do that. So yeah. Can you come up with one pass solution? Okay, maybe I could do that because I was actually just about to do this. Not gonna lie, I was gonna say yeah, just keep, three variables or something like that, and then just count them that way. And can you do one pass algorithm using constant space? Yeah. So, so I think. Maybe this is it. Let's see. This is one of those like weird problems that it's very particular because in real world, maybe that doesn't happen that much, especially if the also in place is. I mean, it's a weird way of saying constant space, but constant extra space anyway. I mean, I think my first inclination is by these constraints, having some sort of like pointer or pointers, and then kind of figure out where they go, right? And then well, with one pass, your constraints literally tell you what possibly you can do, and Dutch flag. Yeah, I guess red, white, and blue is a Dutch flag. I was thinking. I mean, I'm an American, so maybe I'm thinking of just but I'm sure there are a lot of red, white, and blue flags out there. But yeah, but yeah, I'm just trying to think if 2 pointers is sufficient. Um, be because you could imagine like a place where uh you have was it well just like essentially probably the worst case for it because you have 2 pointers essentially what you're doing is like a weird ish insertion sort maybe or something like that, not insert, but yeah. uh hmm. Most of like I think right now, to be honest, I'm just like going through all my because I think in general in a way that these are structured like this, it like it happens that what you call it, like you like it's very often I mean I don't know this one per se yet. It's very often that it's a property of like some kind of sorting algorithm, and like there's some particular strange part of it, and that's what I'm trying to think about, like different variations of that as a result. Um, but I think this is like a number like this is probably the worst case for like something like 2 pointers, uh, but maybe not. Maybe that's okay because what you want. I mean, you have to be a couple of algorithms like that, right? But you start, so you probably want a pointer that just. I mean, does that count as one pass? I think that's kind of the other question is that like if you have like 3 pointers and they go through the way each once, does that count as one pass? So I don't know. I mean, maybe that's okay, but I would put all the zeros in the front, which I guess is obvious. Uh, then so the quick 2 pointer one would afterwards convert something like this to this, right? Uh, and then now what do you do? Well, you just keep going. So now, uh, but how do you, until like you're done seeing all the zeros? do you now know that you're done with zeros? Uh, but then like you're already done with that pointer, right? Does that count as one pass, even though you have another pointer that hasn't gone through the array yet? I think that's like the weird, like I think that's like the ambiguity that I don't know quite how to deal with yet. In the sense that like I mean like if this was in an interview, these are the things that I would talk about with the interviewer, and then we'll be like, oh no you did, you know. But I think for me, like I'm talking to myself mostly, so like I have to kind of make some assumptions that I don't know if yeah. What if you use shift and push on an array and track the middle place for once? Yeah, I mean I think that goes to the question of whether that is considered multi-pass if you have like multiple pointers that goes through the problem once. But the pivot, oh, that's too much of a hint. I guess that's okay. Um, but yeah, I guess so. I mean, you just used to, yeah, uh, yeah, I guess. Basically, just is that, but that's the same question that I'm asking before, right? Which is like whether you can, like if you use multiple counters or pointers, do they count as one thingy, right? And yeah, and you could technically use. I mean, it's just like put all the zeros to the front and then put all the twos to the end, right? Which is, and then you kind of do them. But like, is that one pass or isn't that one pass? I don't know, right? Or like, I don't know. It's really weird. Wait, that link. Yeah. But yeah, I don't. So those are my thoughts on this problem. I don't know if someone can like give me. Oh, is there a hint? Nope. Just because I don't necessarily like for these problems, it matters uh, uh, what they mean by a pass. Uh, so yeah, because like I don't know, I just uh, oh, when you say Dutch flag, you mean the Dutch flag album? I always forget that name. But well, I guess given that it's red, white, or blue, maybe that's why that's literally the Dutch flag album. But I don't know. I think it's just that yeah, when you have multiple like if you have two pointers and you're moving them, I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Maybe you're right. Maybe you only yeah, yeah. I mean, I okay. I think I said what I need to say, so I'm just gonna program this. But but I think it's just a little yeah, okay. But I would also say that like unless I mean yeah, like you said, it's like the pivot slash Dutch flag or bucketing, or it goes by a number of names. But the kind of silly thing is that like for these kind of things, or it's an interview problem anyway. Like I mean, on programming it is what it is, and they're all full of trivia. But as an interview, it's literally like a trivia thing, right? Like, hey, there's this algorithm. Do you know it or you don't? And like, if you don't, then like, do you really have a shot of coming up with it during an interview? I don't know because like, and maybe I should Google it, but this album probably has a Wikipedia article, and that probably is like heavily sourced, and like it was a research problem at some point. Someone probably wrote a paper about it, and maybe even a slightly more efficient about it. So like, it is what it is. If that happens, I think like you just move on. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I would have definitely used the counting sort if I have to, or like if I do it naturally. Like I said, like one pass, two pass. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Um, but yeah, I will probably do the whatchamacallit. the partition, or well, I forget what it's called. Am I using Java? But yeah, I don't know. Let's go left. Right is equal to start length, and then I don't actually remember that outcome that well, to be honest, because it really rarely comes up versus like accounting sort in terms of both. Actually, I've never seen it come up in both an interview or a competitive program, or like where you need it per se. Though maybe I'm wrong about that one, but though I've heard that like, and in my younger days, I don't think this is a thing, but I heard that nowadays it does show up more in interviews, which I don't know. Mayhaps I don't not have that much familiarity about. But yeah, basically we just have, I don't know, but that's the thing, right? Like between left, right, and like the third variable, I guess I just call this one, no, 0, 2, and then 1. Like between all these things, right? Like between all these things, like you go through the array a couple of times, well, maybe like twice at most, like different elements. So I don't know if that's, I mean, it's one pass, but like that one pass has just as much work as a 2-pass thing. So I don't know. But I'm not streaming that practice for coding. I mean, I wouldn't say I practice coding. I just work on projects and then I try to figure out ways to be better in them for whatever that way. But yeah, yeah, yes, that is basically what I'm gonna do. 1 is equal to 2, I would say. I don't remember this one very well, to be honest. So, because I only remember this because I remember the last time I don't remember this thing. So this, and for that even, it was specifically someone was like, "Hey, can you do in this one pass?" And I'm like, "Eh," but yeah, technically, let's just call these pointers so that there's less confusion. Oops. Well, like for example, this one pointer has to walk to the middle anyway, right? So well, I guess it just goes. This equals 0. Oops. Yeah, and then 0-pointer increment. Oh, right. Well, I guess technically 1 point. Well, yeah, 0, I guess, because we already established that. And similar for 2. I like to keep them separate, so let's. I guess now it could still be 2, but let's keep them. Actually, don't remember if that matters. Might need to do them in one pass. I guess this is okay then. This is a weird definition of one pass anyway. And then just 1 point, something like that. I guess there's no way. And 1 point, this would just increment if it's 1 as the default rate. Ooh, oops. This is -1, silly. Oh, is it? Well, then, you know, get off my lawn. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't remember this, but I would say I did used to. Oh, nose. Oh no. Huh. I was pretty confident about it, but did I miss something obvious? Might have. Oh, and also I do want to add my case. I was just a little overconfident. Oh, I thought I didn't comment, but getting the counts and rewriting away all I want. That's fair. Wait, objects are. Oh, you mean like they're in equivalent equivalent classes, but not equivalent value? That's a fair point, TV Josh. I buy that. But yeah, I think in general I would just sort. What the? Well, I guess I have an off by one somewhere. This is too short for me to know what. The, I think there is a weird thing where yeah, maybe the way I usually write it is then we can move on. So we keep on doing this one. That's why. So in that case, I just do an else if. What the? Oh, I'm in Java. Oh, is it Boolean? Is that Big B? There you go. There are no goals in Java. Time limit exceeded. Why would this be? Oh, I don't reset it. That's me being silly. Oh, I missed. Yeah, go-tos are fun. Oh no. Why did tricks? What? Oops. I got them right, except for the first one. What? You swapped this. No, I mean, there's not that much logic for me to get wrong, but clearly there is. Did fix all the other ones. Did I just start off in a weird place or something? Swap. Swap. So pointer goes up. The 1 pointer is 2, so then swap to 1 to beginning. Change is true. Okay. And then no, this is 2, so this should be 2 in the end. What did I do? And there should be 0 in the front and the 2 to the end. That's weird. Right? Or did I just have a weird starting condition? Why is my output so weird? So okay. So my 0 pointer is in the beginning. My 1 pointer is also in the beginning. So okay. Oh, so so it sees a 1. So then it it sees a 2. So then it goes to so why does this? Yeah, and then this happens, and then so 0 should be in the beginning, and then the 1 pointer. Oh no, the 0 pointer gets incremented past the 1 pointer. Okay. And the 1 pointer is at the beginning, but maybe my logic is a little off on this one. Yeah, I can use a container. Oh, what the? Oh, texture. I think it depends on variations. I mean, it depends on how close I am to the answer, and obviously, sometimes when I already have the right answer, or like how confident you're on the algorithm, like sometimes I try greedy on something, and I'm like, well, I knew that this has like an X% of success, and it is not greedy, and then try a little harder to find a counterexample. But usually, usually the biggest part of other than random assumptions that are greedy, when I'm debugging, it's just off by 1 is a common one, I suppose. But also not like off by 1, then like usually you just print stuff out because you're off by 1 somewhere and there's a boundary condition. What are the other ways that I fail a lot? And then sometimes they just tell you like you just miss on I guess yesterday I had a problem where I just forgot to sort by one of the conditions that the problem had because I didn't read it. So then I just do it, right? But yeah. I think I missed some. Maybe I didn't need that here. Maybe if I do this like this, then it only happens once. Because we want to get, was it on here? I always forget which way it goes. I do like this. Oh, I have to do this here. Oh, jeez. Why does that happen? Oh, I just forgot the 1 pointer. I don't know why I took that out. Not gonna lie. I am off by something. Am I? Oh, I forget. Do I need to do this? How come this one doesn't work? I try to think about what I'm failing and and yeah, and then try to think about why that is the case. What is going on? Maybe I just don't remember this album that well. I remember something like that, but maybe not. Clearly not. Oh, but that's the same thing as But the change here, I had to double check. But because I implement 2, then okay. Yeah, it's been a while. Um, yeah. Oh wow, look, 0%. Oh, the one pointer shouldn't change because you don't know what's in this position after moving the 2 to the end. Yeah, I mean, this is a weird way of doing it. I mean, I could have done it the other way where it's just that, yeah, I mean, I could have done that Boolean change thing again, where, anyway, I don't have to type it, but essentially that's what I'm doing because this just takes out, cancels out this operation. I think that's why. But yeah, I have to review the flag. I think I just, to be honest, it's been a while since, like literally the last time I had to do this was because someone told me that I should learn this algorithm. I've not used it since that time, so that's the only thing I remember about it. So I think it just like if I had a template of how the algorithm worked, then I have some idea of it. Yeah, but again, one pointer and like 2 of these pointers will overlap in some way. So it's technically one pass, but it's so much. Like I don't know. I was gonna take a sneak peek at the solution, but apparently you have to subscribe to get it. So, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I think this is quote unquote a standard thing that like I've seen it. I keep on seeing, yeah, the Dutch flag getting mentioned in places that I keep on. I was like, oh yeah, this thing, but then I don't know. I've not seen it that much, but oh yeah. But yeah, I mean overall, so I guess I mean everyone is recommend people to be prepared for it, but I've personally never seen either me or my friends, my colleagues, either getting this problem or giving this problem. So your mileage may vary. Anything is possible, but I don't know. Click on the heap solution. Yeah, I mean, you could also do like I get what you were hinting at with the pivot, but oh yeah, I mean, it's true. It's fun. It's just I think I'm pivoting, and maybe that's also what TV Josh was alluding to. Uh, but yeah, hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like a little bit deep in thought. Um, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's YOLO it. Uh, People really do ask this. Uh, huh. I mean, it is what it is. That's a lot of company actually. But do they ask you for the one pass? I mean, I don't know. It's such a trivia. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just, yeah. I think that points out my statement, which is that like, um, look, for this problem, it doesn't matter what I believe in because because apparently a lot of people ask this thing. Yeah, yeah. Essentially, that's yeah. I mean, you're definitely right. Maybe I just need to think of a better way to think about it. But yeah, yeah. Hmm. Where does that come up? I mean, it's depending on the case. Yeah, this is just like that optimization all the cool kids use. Yeah, I mean, so there's, and I could explain this a little bit. But yeah, but I think that's what I have for this problem.